2026 will be the year of selling business funding as a service. And if you want to get rich and if you want to make a lot of money, you need to start getting into this industry because selling money is never going to go away. And now that the economy is doing better and next year is going to be even doing even more better, banks are back again to giving people back approvals. So if you want to make a shit ton of money for not a lot of work, adding business funding as a service is a great product, is a great offer to either add to your existing offers or just start that business. And I want to show you some of our clients and the time frame that they were able to make this type of money. So I could show you how powerful selling funding as a service is and how profitable it could be. Because some of these companies are doing either 60 to sometimes even 70% profit margin, which is unheard of. A lot of companies are operating on a 30% less profit margins. Okay, so here we have Ryan and Dalia. They're doing about 100K per month. It took them 10 months to get there. We got Cam's doing about 80. Actually, he's in 90 now, but doing 90K per month or so in around 12 months. Okay, we have John actually cash collected $400,000, but he's doing 300K consistently in around 8 months. Then we have Andre. Andre got to 50K per month. This I should have updated it of doing this video, but he got up to 50K per month in 6 months. We have Paul. He got up to 50K per month in 4 months. Then we got Colin, 80 grand per month. He's about to actually hit 100K per month in around 8 months again. Ariana, 35K per month in 4 months. 100K per month in 100 months. This is Chris and his business partner Chess got to 50K per month in 7 months. Susan, 25K in 2 months. And I could go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Oh, this one is good. 100K per month in 10 months. And Daniel, before he was working with us, he was literally living off of his credit cards. And now he's bringing 100K per month cash collected every single month. Okay, so these are people that I've worked with that I literally helped them start the funding company. These are the people that I just mentioned didn't have a funding company prior to working with us, right? They saw me doing a lot of doing a lot of revenue with the funding, and then I also have an offer where I help other people or other company either add business funding as a service or start a company as a funding company, pretty much, so you can do business funding as a service. So if you're an individual right now, they have no idea what to do in 2026 that is coming up. This year literally flew by, so 2026 is literally around the corner and you don't want to be late to the party, right? For the past 3 years, we literally have funded hundreds of, probably thousands at this point, of application of getting entrepreneurs funded. Essentially, the business model is this: you find an entrepreneur that's trying to get funded so they can start or scale their business. And what we do is we put him pretty much in position. We optimize their LC, we optimize their credit score, and we give them the right data points and the right connections inside all the different banks that are available for 0% interest. Yes, we do other types of fundings, but ideally the one that is most sexy, the most attractive, it is 0% credit card stacking, which is just 0% interest for lowest 6 months, the highest 18 months. That way they only pay 1% of the money you use. So if they spend $50,000, they only pay back $500 for that remaining of 0% turn. So it's really, really cheap debt. It's really attractive because you can scale a company or start a company with very cheap debt. And what you're doing is providing that service to entrepreneurs, right? So if you're right now in the credit space, you should add funding as a service. If you're a tax consultant or a big bookkeeper, you should definitely add funding as a service. If you're in the insurance business, you should definitely add funding as a service. So if you're in the financial niche, you should definitely add this service in your toolkit because you can make now more per client. And instead of your credit repair services that you can charge maybe at the lowest $100 to the max maybe even $1,500 as a full package, now you can start charging 4,000, 6,000, 8,000. Hell, I even have cases that we have charged somebody $22,000 because we charge them 10% of the money we get them. So there's usually two models we do this. Either we charge flat fee upfront from 4,000, 6,000, 8,000, or even 10,000, just flat fee before working with you, or you can charge them 10% of the money that you help them get into the business. For simple example, we get a client, he wants $100,000. We fund him $100,000. Then we charge him 10% of that 100 grand. So we get paid $10,000. As you can see with this model, it's actually very easy to start making 30K per month, 50K per month, and 100K per month, whatever the revenue. We even have some clients even doing $500,000 per month, because you don't need a lot of volume in order to make a lot of money. In the credit repair space, for example, like you can work, let me just give you a perspective. Like for me, the reason why I like business funding so much. Let me give you the example. Would you rather work with 100 clients that pay you $1,000 each, which is still really good money, just a really big headache, or would you rather work with 10 clients, pretty much, that pay you 10 grand each to make 100 grand? For me personally, I like the working with 10 clients. It's much more efficient. The clients are way better, and the results are almost guaranteed. When it comes to credit repair or other things, except for bookkeeping, our course bookkeeping is pretty guaranteed because it's pretty actionable. But when it comes to credit repair, excuse me, sometimes you can take couple months just to get the thing removed, right? Like if it's a late payment or a bankruptcy or whatever. And sometimes you're working with these individuals for months, sometimes even a year, for very low pay. But now if you add funding as a service, you're dramatically increase your LTV, because you can make 5, 6, even 10 times more as you would in your other services, right? So again, if you're in the financial niche, right? If you're doing anything with credit, if you do anything with insurance, if you do anything with tax, right, or taxes, you should be thinking about adding business funding as a service so you can make more per client and increase LTV. And again, that situation that I just gave you, you can actually just work with 10 clients and make $5,000 to $10,000 per client. You can do the math. If you usually even charge $5,000, you're making 50 grand cash collected extra per month, which is absurd. Now, what if you don't know anything about funding? Well, that's where we come in. We have two options for you. You can either work with us one-on-one, where we teach you all the systems, all the sequences, all the strategy that you need to know, all the data points in order to get your clients funded. Or you can simply just partner up with us, send us the lead, no work on your end, we'll do all the work, and then we do a 50-50 profit split. We both make money there, right? So those are the options that you do have with us, it depending if you want to do this with us or not. But the whole point of this video is that if you want to start adding up offer, a timeless offer that's not gonna go away anytime soon, because you're ideally selling money, right? You're like in the oldest business in the book. You're trying to sell money, right? Money has been sold for thousands of years. So if you want to be in a business that actually produces a lot of cash flow, it's a niche that's not going away. It's a very, very attractive and valuable offer, because who doesn't need more funding? Who you can throw a rock and hit somebody that needs 30 to 50 grand of 0% interest, right? Especially if you apply the 0% interest. Like, who doesn't? That just sounds almost too good to be true, but it's definitely true. We could get anybody between 50 to 150 grand of 0% interest within a couple of weeks. Sometimes it could be even less than that. Just not too long ago, we had a partner that just came into our business, right? He partnered up for the white labeling services because he's a tax person actually that wants to get his clients funded. He sent us a lead, right? A perfect lead. Of course, not everybody's qualified, I will say, for these approvals, but we were going to give you the requirements so you can send us leads that are actually fundable, right? This lead, within, I think it was exactly like 8 days or 9 days, we were able to get his client approved for $80,000. That 80 grand, we charge him 10%. That 10%, we split it in half. He made $4,000 without pretty much, well, he did technically lift a finger because he has to send us the lead, but that's technically all he did. He sent us the lead, we fulfilled on the lead, he made his 4 grand, we made our cut, we were both happy. Now, that was his only first client. Guess what he did in the second week? He sent us 3 more, right? Because he wanted to see the process, and he's like, okay, I'm happy with this, let's keep it moving, let's keep making money together. So if you're struggling right now to pick on an offer, if you're struggling to either make more per client. Let's say you already have an offer, like I said, you're in the tax, you're in the credit, you're in the insurance business, and you want to make more per client, or just add a different service that is related to the financial industry. Think about funding as a service. I am telling you, I've really worked right now with over 400 different companies to add funding as a service or to start a funding company. And literally my lowest client, my bottom client is making $25,000 per month in profit. This is not revenue, this is not cash collected, this is the profit that they're paying themselves every month, right? So just if you think that's already good enough, then definitely think about joining our program, where again, you have two options. Either we teach you everything, how to start the funding company, or you can just send us the traffic and we'll do the work and then we'll split the profits. Whatever is up to you, I'm fine with. Or if you want to work with anybody else, I'm fine with it too. But I'm telling you, 2026 will be the easiest year, back like when it was in 2022, that everybody was getting approved for very high amounts. I'm thinking and I'm seeing that people are getting even better approvals, bigger approvals back in the days. And 2026, as the economy improves and approvals get bigger and bigger, is going to be the easiest time for you to make as much money as possible. So if you lost the train on other things that are really popular back in the days, like job shipping or the car rental stuff, Turo, or even crypto, and if you feel like, hey, the train passed me and I didn't get on board, don't let this opportunity pass you. And I'm not saying just this because this is what I do. I truly believe that selling funding as a service is a very extremely valuable offer that will never go away. It will never get old, because everybody and their mother, especially business owners, always need more capital. So you're pretty much solving a huge problem that every single entrepreneur has. So you're pretty much, there's a demand for this, right? There's literally a demand for, I need to get my business funded. There's a demand for, I need more capital either to start my business or scale my business. All you're doing is putting yourself in front of that demand, right? So the demand is already there. Like I said before, you can throw a rock. You ask your family members, ask your friends, who wouldn't want a minimum, even if it's just $30,000 to $50,000 of 0% interest, right? Who would say no to that? If you ask right now your current friends, your current family members, and be like, hey, if you will offer $50,000 of 0% interest, how likely will you say yes to that deal? And you explain to them the 0%, it's only for 2 years, and give them the time or whatever, and see how many people are gonna say no. I promise you, absolutely nobody will say no. This is why I've been in the industry for the past 3 years. This is that changed my life. If you don't know who I am, I actually, my name is Javi. First of all, I forgot to mention in the video, but if you don't know my backstory, I got scammed for a ridiculous amount of money. I got scammed for over $500,000. It was close to $600,000 within a month time frame. Okay, and the reason what happened was, I had a huge rental company here in Miami. I had over 42 cars in every Airbnb. I honestly trusted the wrong people. I was very gullible. I was very friendly to the wrong people. And one day I wake up and completely got fucked. So I had two options: file for bankruptcy or pay this debt back. The debt was like almost $32,000 to $38,000 per month. I forgot the exact number, but I know it was over 30 grand. And if I didn't pay that 30 grand per month, I would literally will destroy, either file for bankruptcy or destroy everybody that actually helped me to that point, because I actually had leveraged my family members and some family's credit to scale to that size of the business. I literally just completely leveraged my credit to actually able to grow that business to that size, because I did it within 7 or 8 months, which is not a long time to grow a business to the level that we were doing at that time. So I had two options: file for bankruptcy or pay the debt back. I didn't file for bankruptcy. I said I was very close to, but guess what I did? I already had funded myself at least 250 grand of 0% interest. I saw how valuable the offer was. I saw other people already selling the offer. There was like literally not too many people selling it, but there was a very, very, like, the people that were selling, they were making millions, like millions per year. I'm like, wow, if they could do it, I could do it as well. So then I started my funding company and I got it to 100K per month within 5 months. And then that allowed me to pay all of my debt within a year and 2 months or so. The whole 600 grand that I had in debt from the scam that I went through, I pretty much paid it all off. And then once I finally paid that off, I was finally able to enjoy life, travel the world, buy my dream cars like the Maybach, the Lamborghini, live in a $2 million house, pay my mom's living expenses. I also bought her a car. I bought my grandma a car, and I also paid for her rent. So the business makes me enough money and enough capital that not only I get to live a better way, but I also support my family, which is what I wanted all along. Okay, so if you're struggling right now to pick the right direction in your business, think about this. Start a funding company and give access to funding to people that either want to be aspiring entrepreneurs or companies that are already entrepreneurs that need to scale the business but they're lacking capital. All right. So if you want to get help with us, you can always, of course, book a call with me in the link below, or whatever way you want to contact me through Instagram. If you want to quick DM me and ask me a few questions, by all means, just either DM me or click the link below, book a call with us, and I'll show you exactly what are the steps you need to make to start and scale your funding company, just like the ones I showed you in the beginning of the video. There's all my clients, well, not all my clients, but there's some of our most successful clients and some of the people that I actually loved really working with. These people on the landing page became honestly my friends. We talk a lot. We every time I visit their state, we see each other, and it's just an amazing offer that brought us all together. So if you're tired of your current situation and you want to make more per client and you want to find an offer that you can sell for as long as you want to, get into funding as a service. I promise you, you won't regret.